How about this for a start? 53 years. That's how long New York Knicks fans waited for a championship. And now, they've finally done it.
It's incredible, but that's not all we're talking about today. We've also got escalating tensions in the Middle East and the massive economic ripple effects of the 2026 FIFA World Cup.
Welcome to DeActa Daily Digest. I'm Joseph.
And I'm Juniper. Here are today's top stories.
Let's start with the Middle East. Israeli ministers are publicly calling for strikes on Beirut's Dahieh district, which is a Hezbollah stronghold. This comes after continued drone and rocket attacks on northern Israeli towns and IDF forces. What's striking here is how vocal these ministers are being, especially on social media.
That's right. Finance Minister Bezalel Smotrich and National Security Minister Itamar Ben-Gvir have been particularly outspoken. Smotrich called for the demolition of buildings in Dahieh, framing it as a necessary step to protect northern communities. Ben-Gvir went even further, saying every drone attack should be met with a missile. It's a very public way of pressuring Prime Minister Netanyahu.
And that public pressure is significant. Netanyahu has to balance these demands with broader geopolitical considerations. For instance, Ken News reported that the IDF is preparing for the possibility that a U.S.-Iran agreement could pressure Israel to scale back its ground offensive in Lebanon. That's a huge factor.
It really is. If the U.S.-Iran deal goes through, it could be a major diplomatic breakthrough, but it complicates Israel's military strategy. The IDF is reportedly planning to maintain its current security zone in Lebanon while avoiding deeper incursions. It's a delicate balancing act.
Meanwhile, the IDF's 36th Division has been advancing farther north into Lebanon, nearing the town of Nabateh. This isn't just a defensive operation, it's a significant military push. But strikes on Dahieh would escalate things dramatically, potentially leading to civilian casualties and further destabilizing the region.
And that's the real concern here. Striking Dahieh could provoke a larger conflict, not just with Hezbollah, but potentially with other regional actors. It's a reminder of how high the stakes are in this situation.
Absolutely. It's a complex and volatile situation with no easy answers. Let's shift gears now to something a bit more uplifting. The New York Knicks finally breaking their 53-year championship drought. Can you believe it?
Honestly, it feels surreal. The Knicks have been synonymous with disappointment for so long, and now they're champions. Jalen Brunson was the star of the series, earning Finals MVP after an absolutely dominant performance in Game 5. Scoring 45 points in a championship-clinching game? That's the stuff of legends.
It really is. What makes it even more impressive is that he did it against the Spurs, a team led by Victor Wembanyama. Wembanyama is a generational talent, and his defense was incredible throughout the series. But Brunson found ways to score, using his craft and determination to outplay larger defenders.
And let's not forget the rest of the team. Karl Anthony Towns finally silenced his critics with his performance. OG Anunoby, Josh Hart, and Mitchell Robinson all played crucial roles, and Coach Mike Brown deserves a lot of credit for turning this team into a cohesive unit. This wasn't just about individual brilliance. It was a true team effort.
Absolutely. This championship feels like more than just a win for the Knicks. It's a win for the city of New York. The Knicks have such a rich basketball history, but it's been overshadowed by decades of heartbreak. This victory is a reminder of what the team means to the city and to basketball fans everywhere.
And it wasn't just the basketball that made this final special. The cultural impact was huge. The series was one of the most watched in NBA history, and it brought a renewed buzz to the league. Celebrities in the stands, electric atmospheres, it felt like the NBA's Showtime era all over again.
That's a great point. But as much as Knicks fans are celebrating, there are questions about the future. Many of their key players are nearing 30, and the league's parity makes repeat championships difficult. Meanwhile, the Spurs, with their young talent, are poised to be contenders for years to come.
It's definitely going to be interesting to see how things play out. Speaking of looking ahead, let's talk about the 2026 FIFA World Cup. It's being co-hosted by the US, Canada, and Mexico, and it's set to be the largest single-sport event in history. The economic implications are staggering.
Staggering is the right word. JP Morgan estimates $14 billion in event-related spending and a $17.2 billion boost to the U.S. GDP. Over 6.5 million fans are expected to attend, which is just mind-blowing. This isn't just a sports event, it's an economic juggernaut.
And it's not just about direct spending. Historically, equities in host countries tend to outperform during World Cup years. Analysts are pointing to sectors like accommodation, food, real estate, digital advertising, and more as the big winners.
JP Morgan even created two investment baskets to capitalize on this: the World Cup beneficiaries basket and the sponsors basket. Companies like Alphabet, Coca-Cola, McDonald's, and DoorDash are expected to see significant benefits.
But there are some caveats. Investor enthusiasm has been muted due to macroeconomic pressures and geopolitical risks. Still, the sheer scale of the World Cup could act as a positive catalyst for market sentiment.
It's a fascinating dynamic. The World Cup is a global event, but its economic impact will be felt locally in the host cities and sectors. It's a reminder of how interconnected sports and economics have become.
Absolutely. From the geopolitical stakes in the Middle East to the Knicks' historic win and the economic ripple effects of the World Cup, today's stories show us how deeply intertwined the world is. Sports, politics, and economics all intersect in ways that shape our lives.
Well said. And on that note, it's time to wrap up. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.
Take care.